Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hope for the Mind. I'm your host, Kristen, and today is a bittersweet one. Because after months of exploring the intricate dance between psychology and faith, we've arrived at the end of season 1. And I have to say, what a journey it's been. When I launched this podcast, I knew I wanted to create something real. Something that didn't flinch at hard questions. Something that could hold space for both clinical understanding and faith. Something that would speak to the broken places in our minds and say, hey, you're not crazy. You're just human. And there's still hope. Looking back over this season, I think we did just that. Let's take a moment to reflect. We started strong with the foundation what mental health actually is, and why it matters not just clinically, but spiritually. We tackled stigma head-on. We talked about trauma, anxiety, depression, identity loss, and the silent battles so many people carry behind closed doors. And what surprised me, or maybe confirmed what I hoped, was just how many of you resonated with that. So many listeners reached out after those early episodes to say, thank you for saying what the church often doesn't talk about. There was this collective agreement. It's time for Christians to stop sweeping mental health under the rug. The silence, the shame, the spiritual guilt, it has to go. And I truly believe this community is part of the wave that's changing that narrative. And then came one of the most emotional episodes of the season, the one on betrayal and forgiveness. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how that one would land. It was personal, raw, and boomer, but the response, overwhelming. So many of you messaged me or spoke with me personally, saying that episode gave you language for wounds you've carried for years. That it helped you understand why betrayal hurts so deeply, that it finally made forgiveness feel possible, even when the scars still ache. It was humbling and holy to hear your stories. And it reminded me we're not just having conversations here. We're breaking chains. This season was a reminder that faith isn't about pretending we're okay. It's about finding the courage to confront what's not okay and trusting that God is still present in the unraveling. I want to be real for a second. There were days I questioned if I should even keep this podcast going, and days when I thought, who am I to talk about hope when I'm still trying to find it myself? But then I'd get a message from one of you, a DM, a story, a prayer request. And I've remembered this space matters because you matter. This podcast isn't polished perfection. It's scars and questions and messy healing. And honestly, that's what makes it beautiful. So thank you for listening, for sharing, for showing up. What's next? Hope for the Mind is coming back in the fall for season 2. And let me tell you, we're going deeper. Next season is all about rebuilding. We'll explore how to move forward after everything falls apart. How to rebuild your identity, your relationships, and your faith. We'll dive into healing after betrayal, the psychology of forgiveness, faith deconstruction and reconstruction, and mental health in ministry. If season 1 was about naming the pain, then maybe what comes next is simply learning to breathe again. I don't have every detail mapped out for season 2, and honestly, I think that's okay. A healing isn't linear, and neither is this podcast. What I do know is that we're not finished. There's more to explore, more to wrestle with, more stories to tell and truths to uncover about mental health, faith, identity, healing, and the deeply human experience of walking through life with both wounds and wonder. We will be hearing from people who have walked through the fire and survived the flames, people who have lost, people who have grieved, people who have struggled, people who have walked the fire with their spouses or with the children, people who have come out the other side of life's struggles and aren't afraid to tell the truth. So between now and then, revisit the episodes that spoke to you. Share them with someone you love. Leave a review if you can. It truly helps. And keep reaching out. Your voice and your story are part of what makes this space sacred. I will still be active on Facebook and Instagram, sharing little stories, encouragement, Myth Mondays, and scripture. But above all else, hold on to this. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified. Your mind matters. Your story matters, and hope is never out of reach. Thank you for walking this journey with me. And as always, until season 2, take care of your mind, take care of your soul, and take care of yourself. If season 1 was about naming the pain, then maybe what comes next is simply learning to breathe again. I don't have every detail mapped out for season 2, and honestly, I think that's okay. A healing isn't linear, and neither is this podcast. What I do know is that we're not finished. There's more to explore, more to wrestle with, more stories to tell, and truths to uncover about mental health, faith, identity, healing, and the deeply human experience of walking through life with both wounds and wonder. We will be hearing from people who have walked through the fire and survived the flames, people who have lost, people who have grieved, people who have struggled, people who have walked the fire with their spouses or with the children, people who have come out the other side of life's struggles and aren't afraid to tell the truth. So, between now and then, revisit the episodes that spoke to you. Share them with someone you love. Leave a review if you can. It truly helps. And keep reaching out. Your voice and your story are part of what makes this space sacred. I will still be active on Facebook and Instagram, sharing little stories, encouragement, Myth Mondays, and scripture. But above all else, hold on to this. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified. Your mind matters. Your story matters. And hope is never out of reach. Thank you for walking this journey with me. And as always, until season 2, take care of your mind, take care of your soul, and take care of yourself.